Taika Waititi took on one of Marvel's most boring superheroes and turned them into everyone's favorite. Welcome back to The Rich Life. I'm your host Aaron, and before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of celebrity content. Today we're going to be talking about Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi, most known for co-writing, directing, and starring in the newest Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. Taika Waititi, born Taika David Cohen, is a filmmaker, actor, and comedian born in the Bay of Plenty region of New Zealand, North Island. He was born on the 16th of August, 1975, making him 46 years old at the moment. His father is of Maori descent, and he said his mother's family were Russian Jews mixed with a bit of Irish and other European ancestry. His parents split up when he was 5, and he was raised primarily by his mother Robin, who was a school teacher. When talking about his mother, he said, "She was a solo mom who was holding down like 3 jobs at the time," he said, "and they were very poor." Not much is known about Taika's father, but he opened up in June 2019 when speaking to Lord of the Rings star Elijah Wood and the producer Daniel Noah for the first episode of their podcast Visitation. He revealed that his father was one of the founding members of the bike gang Satan's Slaves. Waititi's father died in 2015, and at the time of his death, Taika said, "We didn't have a massively close relationship, but his father was very proud of all the stuff that he did." Taika was named after his paternal grandfather, who was also called Taika. At the start of his career, he alternated between using the names Taika Cohen and Taika Waititi. "I've used both names throughout my life for different things. Cohen has always been what I've used for my acting, writing, and stuff to do with theater," he explained, "and Waititi is what he've used for his art, painting, and photography." Taika's net worth is estimated to be over $14 million. His annual income is calculated to be $12 million as of 2022, according to several estimations, but it wouldn't be surprising if it's more since he worked with Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney. As a former comedian, Taika has been driving forces in some of New Zealand's most creative and successful productions, such as his 2010 film, Boy. The film revolves around a boy, an 11-year-old child, and devoted Michael Jackson fan who lives in the east coast of New Zealand in 1984. He gets his chance to know his absentee criminal father, who has returned to find a bag of money he buried years ago. Waititi wrote, directed, and acted in the film. With a strong background in comedy writing and performing with fellow comedian Jamie Clement, Taika has won New Zealand's top comedy award, the Billy T Award, and the Spirit of the Fringe Award in Edinburgh. Taika and Jermaine have worked together on multiple projects, but its most notable and mainstream would have been Moana. Waititi wrote the initial screenplay for Disney in 2016, which focused on gender and family. However, these elements were more passed over in a favorable what became the final story. Clement lent his voice to Tamatoa, a giant coconut crab in both the English and the Maori dub. Taika's first brush with recognition outside of New Zealand came with his short film 2 Cars, 1 Night, which was nominated for an Academy Award in 2005. His next short, Tamatu, is based in this true story of the Maori Battalion, won a string of international awards, and became eligible for an Oscar nomination. Taika spent 2 years in Berlin working on exhibiting in the Schuleman 40 house and spent several years experimenting with photography and painting. He illustrated Joe Randerson's book of the short stories, The Key to Hell. He collaborated with architectural firm Wright & Associates on a proposal for Wellington City Council's Wellington Gateway project. Taika was one of 5 inaugural recipients of the Arts Foundation's New Generation Award announced in 2006. His first feature film, Eagle vs. Shark, was released in 2007. He won Best Screenwriter for the film at the US Comedy Arts Festival. And in 2008, at the film's debut screening at Sundance Film Festival, Taika was named one of the top 10 directors to watch by Variety magazine. He also took home the award for Best Director of the Film at the 2008 Qantas Film and Television Award. Taika directed 2 episodes of Flight of the Conchords, a 12-part comedy series created by and starring his friends Jermaine Clement and Brett McKenzie for the American channel HBO. Taika's 2010 feature-length film, Boy, is an exploration of some of the characters and ideas introduced in his Oscar-nominated debut short, 2 Cars, 1 Night. The film was shot in the Bay of Plenty, where he's from, and draws heavily on Taika's childhood while maintaining the over-the-top comedy nature he's known for. Following its release, Boy became the highest-grossing local film in New Zealand history. In 2013, Waititi co-directed the New Zealand-based vampire comedy mockumentary, What We Do in the Shadows with Jamie Clement. As I said, these guys are tight. The film premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2014, and in 2019, a spin-off comedy series by the same name was released. Waititi's 4th feature, Hunt for the Winterpool, premiered in 2016 Sundance Film Festival and got great reception, leading him to be chosen to direct the Marvel Studios film Thor: Ragnarok. Recently, when talking about how he landed the gig, Taika revealed that he had to lie to Marvel Studios by saying yes to everything in his early conversations. This wasn't the first time he lied to the studio, however. In a behind-the-scenes MCU book release last year, Waititi revealed how he and Chris Hemsworth purposely didn't disclose their friendship to Marvel before he landed the job. He wanted not to rely on Chris to get him the job. The same year Thor: Ragnarok was released, Waititi was announced as New Zealand Director of the Year. It's no surprise considering he writes, acts, and directs most of his films. More recently, Waititi wrote and directed the 2019 comedy drama film Jojo Rabbit. It was adapted from Christine Lunen's 2008 book Caging Skies and revolves around Jojo, a lonely German boy discovering that his single mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic. His only help throughout the film is that only from his imaginary friend Adolf. You know who we're talking about. Jojo must confront his blind nationalism as World War II continues to rage on. Waititi portrays Jojo's imaginary friend and credits credits his mother's Jewish heritage as what influenced him to make the film. When speaking about playing such an evil man, Taika said, quote, "I had no interest in writing an authentic portrayal, or even when I played him, I had no interest in actually putting in effort to putting in research because I just didn't think he deserved it." Which makes a lot of sense. If you know who we're talking about, that person's bad. The film was nominated for the Best Picture Award in 2019 Academy Awards, as well as Taika was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. Let's get to more lighthearted stuff now, like his love life. Waititi was in a relationship with New Zealand actress and writer Lauren Horsley for 10 years. Not much is known about the couple, but they professionally worked together throughout their relationship. The two wrote Eagle vs. Shark, a romantic comedy that also stars the two actors. It's unknown when the pair broke up or how long their relationship lasted after the film together, but Waititi went on to have more serious relationships in the future. Waititi married New Zealand film producer Chelsea Winstanley in 2011. They have 2 daughters together with beautiful Maori names, and I'm not even going to attempt to say it because it's just going to be wrong and I won't do it justice. The two previously met in the early 2000s when she interviewed him for a documentary series, but it was years later when they reconnected and worked together on the 2010 film Boy. He and Winstanley separated in 2018. While the cause of their split is unknown, Winstanley did reveal to the New Zealand Herald in 2018 that she no longer wanted to be in the shadow of her husband's name. "I'm just sick of women portrayed as living in the shadow of their partners. That's all. I made the film with him. I was a filmmaker before I met him, and I continue to do my own stuff," she said. Currently, Taika and British singer Rita Ora are an item. In April 2021, they sparked dating rumors when Ora shared a picture of the two embracing on Instagram with the caption, "Good times, memories, random things on my phone, and the ones I love." Now, for those of you who don't know who Rita Ora is, here's a bit of a backstory. She's a British singer and songwriter who rose to popularity in February 2012 when she featured on DJ Fresh's single, Hot Right Now. Her debut studio album, Aura, was released in August 2012 and debuted at #1 in the UK. Her most popular song is Your Song and received generally positive reviews from music critics. The song peaked at #7 on the UK singles chart, becoming Aura's 9th single to reach top 10 in the UK. It's also reached the top 20 in more than 15 countries, including Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, Australia, and New Zealand. Waititi and Ora have stuck together through relentless paparazzi and media buzz, and they're apparently even in the process of planning a wedding. According to The Sun, the pair recently got engaged and have plans to marry in a private ceremony, then have a show-stopping celebration later in the year after both their work projects wrap up. After a split from Chelsea Winstanley, they listed their LA property for sale. According to Celebrity Watchers The Dirt, the mid-century LA home they bought in May 2019 was put on the market for $2.75 million, just asking over $500,000 more than the couple paid for. Built in 1963, the house has been fully renovated in what the then listing describes as a modern yet sympathetic lifestyle, whatever that means. Now recently, Taika Waititi did just direct and co-write Thor: Love and Thunder, which I seen and was absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna lie, that's the first Thor movie I've ever seen, and I was actually pretty shocked to find out that he played that big rocky guy. Whatever his name is, let me know in the comments below. But let me just tell you, that movie was great. It's gonna make me go watch all the other Thor movies. And you know, the ending was a bit of a little touchy subject. You know, it was pretty sweet. You will love it, okay? It's a great time. Go get some popcorn, watch the movie. I guess that's all I gotta say on Taika Waititi. He's been doing a great job. He's killing it, and I would love to see more. Let me know what your favorite movies or films or any of Taika Waititi's projects are in the comments below. I'm your host, Aaron. Thanks for watching The Rich Life, and we'll see you soon.